Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Weekly Whatever, our weekly show where we talk about whatever we want. I'm Chris,
And I'm Brad.
and we're bringing you more Survivor talk.
Yes, and there's two of us this week. We
Yes.
did it.
Last week there were strenuous circumstances. There was a bear. I'm not going to get into it.
Sure. Yeah.
Definitely that,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
definitely not other things.
No, that just didn't work out last week. But that's okay. We got the duo back together this week. We're ready to go.
The duo.
The duo. All right. Okay. Before we talk about this week, what'd you think of the double episode a couple weeks ago?
Double episode. Just like as a format, I'm
No,
totally cool
just
with it. It should be
no.
episode every week.
I agree. But just how what went down and everything with Max and Lindsay being the ones getting booted. We didn't get a chance to talk about it.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah. I talked about it at length, but it's not the same.
No, it's
So
not. Okay, double episode. Let me reach back into my brain memories. Uh, I was really appalled that they did not vote Rodney. Like
yeah.
the edit was like, guess what, motherfuckers, voting out Rodney.
Yeah.
Rodney, Rodney, Rodney. This is happening. And then
Yes.
it's like, nope, lol.
Yeah. But they even said, and I talked about this, how Kelly spelled it out. She's like, if we get rid of Rodney, we kind of keep everybody happy. If we get rid of Lindsay, we kind of isolate Sierra. So like that should be it. Vote out Rodney. You answered the question. Done.
Yeah.
That's not all
Now,
that.
again, like Sierra has become this like key mistake the Blue Collars have been making over and over, I guess. Where, when Sierra or Lindsay was gone, they totally just ripped into her.
Yeah. Terrible. Terrible. All right.
And I love the apology. We didn't talk about the apology. It was hilarious.
It was really good.
Like, I'm sorry, but you totally did it first, so it's not my fault at all. I take responsibility.
Yeah. Oh my god. But I mean, he's not wrong because he's talked to so many more
He's
girls.
talked to like a lot of girls, you
Yeah.
guys. Like he is a ladies' man. You do not want to challenge him.
Oh my god.
He is an alpha dog.
Yep. All right. So that was Lindsay. And that whole thing. What about Max? Think about Max going home.
Max. I was confused in general because Shirin was more annoying, I thought. And Max at least provides some a little. I don't know how actually physically strong he is, but I mean, an extra dude can't hurt when it's like balanced like that. The tribe split, which was pretty fucked up, by the way. We didn't talk about that either.
Yeah.
Holy
Right.
crap!
Yeah.
I gotta love his like direct, talking directly about One World and how he totally identified that. Because I remember it happened before, but I didn't remember what season.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't recall that at all. So
You don't remember it happening?
no.
Oh yeah.
I don't really remember One World. I didn't like that season very much.
I don't remember what the gimmick was. I just remember the title.
They
And I
lived
remember
on
that.
one beach. Two tribes, one beach.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Wasn't that like?
Kim Spradlin just basically ran that game start to finish, and it
Yeah,
was
she was
really
awesome.
boring.
She was the bridesmaid dress lady, right?
I honestly don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm gonna go back and watch it when I get to that point in my Survivor rewatch, but I didn't like that season when it was airing. It was
I
so boring.
enjoyed the second half of it, like basically after the merge or a bit beyond that maybe, but it was just because she ran it so efficiently. Like
Yeah.
that was, in my opinion, the best game that's been played by someone who had never played before.
Right. Right. Okay. I think you're definitely in the majority in thinking that.
I'm in the majority in thinking.
I think you're the majority.
Oh.
People don't really like that season, but they like the winner because
Okay.
Kim just ran it. All right, we're talking about Survivor Worlds Apart here. So,
Yes.
One
World's apart.
worlds apart. Yes, 3 worlds together apart. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so
It's not
all
even
right,
that late.
it's not. We just started. We are 5 minutes in. Just hitting 5 minutes is already falling apart. Okay, So Lindsay and Max went home 2 weeks ago now. Um, and all right, let's talk about the tribe swap because that was bad, right? Like really bad for a couple people. But um, did you think that there was any way that the Nagarote tribe could win a challenge?
No.
Okay. All right.
So my stuff was all based on like, well, all the people on the Big Buff tribe are totally
Right.
safe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay. Let's look at the powering. I'll bring it up. I didn't realize this until halfway through doing the power rankings last week that that's how you split your tribe or your rankings is like, oh, it was all Eskamec at the top and then it was all Nagarote at the bottom. Like, oh, holy shit, that makes some sense. Right, so I guess that's a dumb question whether or not you
yeah,
thought that.
it was a big gamble and it did not
It
pan
did
out
not
at
pay.
all.
No, that didn't work out for you. All right. Okay, let's talk about this past episode, which was about a week ago now, because we
Yeah.
suck and we're always right behind. We were both at fault this week though, so that was okay.
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
we were gonna do it on the Thursday, but there were circumstances.
Yeah. Sports games.
Sports balls.
Sports balls. Yep. Super sports. All right. Let's go through this episode in chronological order. I'm gonna skip over a lot of it just because I don't want to go into detail about things that I don't think matter. We're gonna trim the fat.
Here we go.
Getting better. Efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Laser focus. I
Yeah.
love
So this episode, starting off, we're talking about, or Shireen's talking about, how it's kind of a wake up call, how she's kind of annoying to people.
it. Oh yeah.
She's talking about what do I have to change, um,
Literally everything.
literally everything. Yeah, exactly. And to me, as soon as she had a little blurb at the beginning, I'm like, all right, that's a great boot quote for Shireen. That's fantastic. She like this episode is gonna be nice, clean cut. All right, thank you very much. She's going home. See you next week. Not what happened at
Nope.
all. Not at all. All right, we're gonna go over to Eskameka, and Ronnie's just looking for a homie to love, man.
Mm.
He needs
He's
a
looking
homie.
for a young boy to be his Robin and pal around with.
Yeah, he's the Batman, and he needs a Robin.
Yeah.
And Joaquin's like, "Hey, man, walk this way. I got you. Let's be home."
Ooh.
Let's be homies together. Um, and so yeah, Joaquin and Rodney are gonna bro out.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have a challenge. It's gonna be a reward challenge, and the winner is gonna get to see some turtles lay some eggs.
Yeah, that was pretty cool reward, I thought.
Yeah. Oh, I have a question though, and I haven't looked this up because I'm lazy. When a turtle lays 120 eggs,
Yeah.
are they just like plopping out like one by one? Are they shooting out like a machine gun? Do they just fall out in a big clump?
They're like overnight, so they kind of plop out one by one, but it's like
That's
just a
disappointing.
really intense, continuous, 8-hour shit. of just eggs.
I was really hoping it would be just like a pea shooter, just pow, 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 pow. Just shooting them into the sand. All right.
I really want to find you like a great GIF of this because I know that there definitely exists such a thing.
Well, that's
Uh,
fantastic. All right. So this challenge, while you do that,
uh-huh.
this challenge is basically you need to climb to the top of a structure, and then at the top of the structure is a slingshot, and you need to shoot some sandbags off the slingshot and hit some targets. First tribe to hit all 6 or something targets, and Chris has a link. Uh,
Oh dear. Please tell me you can throw it up on the
I'll
video for
I
everyone.
might be able to do that.
It's educational.
It's super super educational. Oh my god. All right. Hold on. Where can I do this? All right. Okay. There it is. That's that. That's
Yep,
the turtle eggs
we got it.
on loop. Just
Yep.
plopping out. All right. That's good. Thanks, Chris.
You're
The
welcome.
more you know.
Exactly.
Okay. So on top of the structure, you have to shoot some targets with a slingshot. And halfway through this challenge, it's like, holy shit, man. Nagarote can actually compete in this. They have
Yeah,
found a way. They found a
pretty much.
challenge that is not completely one-sided. And yeah, they won. Nagarote won a challenge. It was just for reward.
Yeah. Whenever I was like concerned, but I figure, okay, they'll get one and
Yeah.
then they'll be all happy, but it's not gonna last.
No, there's no way they can take two challenges in a row. There is no way. All right. So Nagarote wins the reward challenge. They get to go see some turtles lay some eggs. And we learn that only one of those eggs is going to become a turtle.
Yeah.
That is the ultimate game of
Jen was
Survivor.
queuing. Was that Jen queuing or was that another time?
I have no idea. If it's not in my notes, it's not in my brain. Okay, so we're back at the Escamecca Beach, and this is the blue collar beach, and all of the blue collar guys walk away again, which they did last week, which was the dumbest thing, and that left Joaquin time to talk to Sierra, and he's trying to work her to come over to his side, and he's really hyping up Tyler. I'm like, yes, Joaquin, you're the dude. And at this point, I actually wrote down, man, he's really turned around.
Yeah.
Joaquin has gone from just like this absolute bozo on day one, and now he's like a player in the game. He's doing good things. He's turned it around, man.
No.
This is great. No, not good. The pitch he's giving to Sierra is we should be a foursome of you, me, so Joaquin, Sierra, Tyler, and Rodney? Where's Joe? What are you doing? Joe has no one. Why are you not trying to bring Joe into this alliance?
Yeah, it's pretty. Uh, I struggle. He struggles so
Yeah,
much.
not good. So we get Rodney to come back and he's talking to Sierra and he's trying to like just smooth things over, but he's not very good at it. Better than Dan, maybe,
Mm.
but not great. And Rodney has a confessional where he basically says, Sierra's mad at me because of some stuff I said about her, but this is a game. It's just like get over it and let's just play the game. It's like, holy shit, dude, you don't get it at all.
Nope.
All right,
Impressive.
not good. So Ronnie's talking to Mike now about how much power he has over Joaquin, which I don't get because it looked like Joaquin was doing all the work.
Mhm.
And this is when they bring up the idea to throw the challenge.
Which like wounds me in my very soul.
Yeah,
And I was so mad at everyone involved with that whole deal.
yeah. Basically everyone except Joe.
Yep.
And Joe is the one they want to get out. They want to throw the challenge. Okay, does this make sense for Joaquin to do this? I don't know.
No, but I mean, Joaquin's thoughts don't make sense for Joaquin. So
Okay.
there's no scenario in which he makes logical decisions,
All right.
right?
Fair point.
Like
Yes.
if he understood that Joe was someone that he needed, he obviously would be against it, but he never clued into that at all. So.
Right. I mean, if they get rid of Joe, you really hurt the no collars whenever they get back together, sure. But then blue collar's just like so intact. And they can just pick off anybody if I don't know. I have to really look at the numbers, but yeah, if they can all stick together, yeah. All right. So I actually like the idea from Mike to throw the challenge to keep Kelly safe because he knows he has Kelly. I think that's an
Mm,
okay thing.
is Kelly in that much danger on her tribe?
No, but I know like, and I thought that too, but I don't think he can't know that. I don't think.
Meh.
I mean, he could.
He can send her a note, right?
God damn it. JT. He could. I mean, you could kind of guess that she's safe because Max went home.
hmm
I don't know. But I think that's a game. I mean, it definitely builds trust because once he tells her that he's throwing the challenge.
Mm.
But I don't know. I don't hate it as much from Mike's perspective. From
Mm.
that angle, I don't hate it.
I guess no. I still throwing a challenge. Then you're basically
I don't like throwing a challenge,
shotgunning your own
but
game.
yeah. I think there's situations where it can be beneficial. If you have an easy boot, which the easy boot, I mean, I guess they were thinking it could be Joe. But it's not cut and dry.
Yeah.
It's not. All right.
I mean, it's nice to say that that was an easy boot, but then they throw it and then that
They
doesn't go down.
no,
So.
yeah. When they throw it and then they don't want to get rid of Joe anymore, it's like maybe you should have thought of that before you threw the challenge. But Mike still wants to keep Kelly safe. All right. So the immunity challenge is not physical at all.
Mhm.
It's all mental. It's a memory challenge.
Which is bad news for Meathead, I guess. But then
It's
not.
still
It was so
it's still
stupid.
bad. Yeah.
It was like they have to try and try again and continues to be like, "You're fucking this up. Just do what I tell you."
Yeah, so basically it gets to the point where the next team to score a point wins, and it's Mike against Kelly. Mike is trying to intentionally lose to Kelly, but Kelly sucks at this challenge, which, to be fair, she took a major blow to the head in the previous episode. She's got brain damage, it's not her fault. Um, but was is it just obvious to everyone in the game at that point that he's throwing the challenge?
It must have been. I feel like I don't understand how Jeff wasn't getting pissed at them during tribal.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, so what happened here in the challenge, guys? Come on. Like I would have expected that for sure.
Yeah. Especially when he called Mike out for staring at the sheet when it came down and covered the items. And um the fact that they're talking. Mike is like, "I'm throwing you this challenge. Just get it right." And like, how does Joe or Jeff not just, "Hey Mike, saw you threw the challenge."
Yeah.
Um yeah. All right. I thought that was a really bad acting job by Mike, but I don't know. We didn't get a confessional from Joe. He's like, "Well, that was suspicious." So I don't really know. I don't really know. But after this challenge, okay. Eventually, Kelly does manage to get the right answer. And Nagarote has won 2 challenges in a row, including an immunity challenge.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So are you just you're heated at this point, right? Like it's not good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was really upset as well because the plan is to get rid of Joe. And I have Joe at 5. You have Joe at 7 to your credit. He was the lowest member on Eskameka for you.
Huh. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I actually wrote down a note. I was like, could see him going home if the strong tribe loses, and I have in brackets. That's a big if.
Yes. Right.
Like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
All right. So yeah, I mean I was bummed, but then Mike doesn't trust Rodney anymore. He's got doubts with Rodney. It's like maybe what changed between going to the challenge and coming back from the challenge that you no longer trust Rodney?
I don't know. I feel like there must have been more like Batman and Robin adventures that we didn't see. That everyone was kind of like, oh, well, clearly they're a thing now. Oh,
Right.
I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of.
I guess so, yeah. And we get a quote from Joaquin, which is a great quote. He says, "Joe is definitely going home." And so I wrote,
Seems
yeah, I wrote down, no way Joe is going home. No chance in hell Joe's the one voted out. Yeah. And it turns out Sierra is indeed the swing vote on this tribe, as we thought,
Yeah.
but it's not in between the groups that we thought. And so she has to choose between an alliance with Rodney and an alliance with Dan. And she doesn't want to go with either one of them.
Totally fair.
Yeah, we get a scene where Joe is actually talking to Sierra, and I feel like that's the deciding factor. I feel like Joe is the reason that she ultimately sides with them.
Mm,
Because he's
probably.
not. She hates the blue collar guys. She hates them. I feel like he's able to just, get in there and be all free spirited and, hey, I have long hair
Good
and
flow,
stuff.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. We go to tribal council, and I forgot to write down some notes during the actual like talking part of the tribal council because I was just so focused on what was happening.
Mm,
So I don't actually have anything to say there because it was so long ago. I don't remember anything.
yeah.
But we know it's between Joaquin and Joe. That's what we know. And the votes come out 3-3 and 4-3. Joaquin is gone. Walk this way
Stop.
down the trail to Ponderosa. And Rodney has a great
Oh, I
tribal
love his
face.
face.
Yeah.
It's so good.
He's got a
It's
great
like-
face.
It's so like Jason Segel-esque of like what?
Yeah. It's like he doesn't there's nothing that stops his face from showing what's going on in his brain. Like you get a shot of Tyler and he's just kind of sitting there thinking and Rodney's face is doing the thinking. Like, what? What just happened? I'm so confused. He's like tilting his head like a dog. Oh my god, that was so funny. All right. Oh, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to. Are we going to do the preview now, or are we going to talk about that in the next part?
Let's take a quick break. Well, we can do it now. Actually, it's a pretty quick one because they don't really get into that much, other than the big M word.
The big M word. It's the merger.
Almost so close.
Damn it. I I don't know. That's what they called it in the first season. The merger.
Really?
Yeah,
The merger.
the merger. They called it that for the first couple seasons, but there was an episode called The Merger in Borneo. Anyway. All right. It's the merge. The big M. It's coming next week. And like at this point, they could have just won the challenge. Shireen would have been voted out, and then like blue collar runs the game, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't. But white collars, they're in a weird spot now. But Shireen is gonna be like really safe, right? I mean, we'll talk about that when we talk about
Yeah,
the power
let's-
rankings.
let's
That's
save
okay.
that
That's
for-
fair. Let's leave that. But I just had the notes. It's like, man, Shireen, like she could have just been gone. It would have been so simple. And now she's not. She's very not.
Super not. Super is still in the game.
Yes.
Super made the merge.
She's dateable.
Like Dan made the merge.
I know. We said Dan wasn't
What
gonna
the
make the
fuck?
merge. We're gonna remember him now.
We're gonna eat our words. Oh,
He's gonna
God, I
win.
hope he doesn't win.
He's gonna win. Oh, real talk. Does Dan have any shot at winning this game?
No.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't think so.
But real talk, he wasn't making the merge either.
Yeah, like Dan and Rodney should not have made the merge.
No.
All right. Okay.
blows my mind that the girls of Blue Collar let that happen.
Yeah. I mean, I guess credit to Mike getting close to Kelly. I guess. I don't know.
Mike should have voted Rod like during
They
the
they should
two-parter,
have. They
Rodney
should have.
was
Yeah.
just such an easy vote.
Rodney should have been the one to go home. It would have been so much easier for them.
It's
Okay.
much cleaner in the long. Okay. Anyways, yes.
Okay.
So
Last thing, I really think Rodney is how I thought Tony was gonna play 2 seasons ago.
oh really?
Yeah.
Really?
Like not well, just in how he is. He's gonna talk
Yeah.
his way out of the game. Rodney can be in the best position in
Oh,
the game,
yeah, we
and then the next episode he can go home because of his mouth.
Yep.
And I thought that, and we
I
said that
remember
before the season.
us saying that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony's gonna talk his way out of the game. It's so obvious before the season started. And to be fair, Tony almost did talk his way out of the game a lot. A lot of things
Yeah.
he did were not great, but he's so good that he was able to get away with it. So Rodney probably not that lucky.
Oh no. I hope.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, Rodney, Dan in the final two. Okay. Dear God, and Shireen in the final three. Okay. All right, that's gonna do it for this part. This is the recap. We will be back in part 2 with our power rankings for this week.